Oh my god, bro, it's just me. I'm just talking to myself. It's literally all it is. So am I hiding from myself? Because if I'm just talking to myself, then why am I hiding from myself? I feel that's the question. Like, that's the trippy thing, is if life is just a reflection of me and I hold back my expression, like how I truly feel, how I truly want to express, then I'm literally just hiding from myself. And I feel like sometimes we can think about like hiding from ourselves as like internally suppressing how we really feel. But that's also happening externally. Like, if I just suppress how I want to express to another person or to this camera, then I'm literally just hiding from myself. As soon as I press record on the camera, I like have such a hard time expressing sometimes, to be honest with you, and especially in the beginning, like to just get myself to talk, I'll just sit here and I'm like, and it feels so interesting because it's like before I press record, you know, I am expressing so freely internally to myself and I have so many ideas of how I want to share on this video and I feel confident in it. But then I press record and then it's like, you know, I'm faced with so many blocks and it feels super fucking vulnerable. I feel like a lot of the times we can think like, oh, vulnerability is sharing your childhood trauma. But I feel like vulnerability is so much more than that, because we can just share an experience, like an event that happened, and not have a layer of vulnerability to it. And I really believe that like what I'm doing right now feels so fucking vulnerable. It's like something in me just doesn't want to talk. Like, I am trying to silence myself so much right now. Once I get talking, then it's easier. But then once I stop again, then it's hard to pick it up. And isn't that a metaphor for life? That's kind of how everything is, such a fucking metaphor all the time. But the topic of this video today is the question, are you performing or are you expressing? And this truly is a question that I ask myself throughout life in everything I do, and also this right here. Like this journey, this big experiment of sharing on YouTube, I use this question as a filter. My use of this as a filter is what shines light on the tension that I experience when filming these videos, because I notice this tendency that when I start to press record, I notice parts of myself that feel like I want to perform in a way. Like, even in the most subtlest of ways, like altering my voice or altering the way I express or constricting the way I express. All of these are performing, you know, all of these are stifling my true expression, the way that I actually speak. And it's so interesting because, and it's, maybe I'll just include this. I'm gonna include this. This is gonna be really raw. This feels, wow, okay. I just made this decision right now. I'm gonna include the stutters, okay? If I'm gonna talk about this topic, I want it to be as real and raw as possible. So I'm gonna include this. Wow, I'm getting emotional. This is such an interesting experiment coming on here, because to be honest with you, when I am, God, all right, from this point forward, we're not making any cuts, okay? I'm filming real and raw. When I come on here, oh God, now my mind's going blank. Okay, yeah. In normal life, you know, outside of recording, I feel very confident, and I am in so many ways. Like when I'm talking to other people and just expressing and all of these things, like I feel like I can express myself very freely. So there's almost this part of me that feels like I don't feel insecure around it. But then it's like I put the camera on myself and this tendency comes up. And I feel that sometimes, by the way, sorry about the chickens. I can't avoid it, right? But I feel like that's kind of the nature of things sometimes, where it's like some of our, you know, a lot of our insecurities are subconscious, you know? And it's like, I'm having a moment. I'm gonna be try to be as raw as possible. I just like, it just slipped in my mind again. Like, okay, you're not doing any cuts. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is raw. This is really raw. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh God, now I'm feeling blank. Shit. shit. Okay, let's find my train of thought. Maybe I will do cuts. Oh no, now I'm feeling constricted because I'm constricting myself. Okay, I found it. I found my thought. So I feel like that's kind of the nature of subconscious insecurities. You know, like insecurities a lot of the times are subconscious, and it's not until we do things that confront them that they come to the surface and then it reveals itself. Like I said, I didn't feel like I had this much of an insecurity around speaking in front of a camera or around speaking in front of people. I guess that is something I am aware. Like, I do notice an insecurity, like in groups, like sharing. And yeah, it's when we put ourselves in the position, it's like exposure therapy, like me doing this, it's putting me in this position of confronting that, and the insecurity comes to the surface. And then I feel like with the insecurity is triggered, there's this trigger. And there's this tendency to react, which the reaction is to go into performance. It's to put on a mask. It's to try to control myself and others. This, you know, to control the way that I show up or express, even if it's not even audible, you know, or it could be like subtle control ways, like, you know, constricting how I say things or saying things in a different way. And it's like that reaction, that tendency comes up. But also there's the moment, like when this happens, there's a moment where you can pause and have choice and then lean into expression. And I feel that expression is on the other side of the spectrum, where it's like, that's raw, that's real, that's like talking like me as I am, that's not hiding, it's not putting on a performance, that's not trying to be something other than what I am. And I mean, I feel that that just feels like the mission of life, to be honest with you. It's just like the focal point I of yeah, my intention here is I just want to express like so much. And like, yeah, and I feel that we all would benefit from really infusing more awareness into the moments, into every moment, of course, but you know, it's like in the moments when we feel triggered. And then it's like just checking yourself, like when we're speaking, like, am I expressing or am I performing? And to really pause and feel into it. And it's a way we can connect deeper with ourselves and deeper with like our body, but like an inner knowing. And it's something that like nobody can directly tell you. I mean, I will say, I think that that's something that we can sense. Like, I don't want to say that I know what is true or what is not true, but I feel that the more that I get in tune with myself and can recognize when I'm performing and when I am, you know, expressing, when I'm being honest and when I'm lying to myself, you know, the more I'm able to recognize that and notice that in others. You know, when someone's talking, it's like the words they're saying might sound, you know, all lovely, all great, but I feel like sometimes I can notice if there is that performance energy underneath it, or if there's a lie underneath it, you know, whether it be a direct lie, like someone's being directly manipulative, or a lot of the times I feel like people are lying in a way that they're not even aware of it. It's like this like subconscious hiding from ourselves when somebody's like subconsciously, sorry, there's a vehicle going by and I realized no cuts. Kind of loud. It's like when somebody's lying, but they're like lying to themselves and they don't even see it. And also, then that's like another whole topic. But I will say, a side note, I feel that that's like the beauty of being in community and relationship, and because we can all see each other from different point of views. You know, where it's like when we're friends with someone, we're not as like in the, they can see our blind spots more because they're not so in it. So that can be a really beautiful space where people can, where like friendships, you know, friends can actually like kind of call you out on it and be like, hey, you know, question it. Like, kind of just propose that question, I guess. Like, are you performing or are you expressing? You know, sometimes when someone's talking, but also I guess there's the question, which I'm still trying to figure out. It's like, of course, there's the degree to which you call people out, because it's like also there is an element of having grace where it's like we're all on our journey, you know, not to, which that saying that, it's not a matter of like just allowing people to do certain behaviors or continuing relationships where people are doing things that are unhealthy or that feel not in alignment with you. It's like, you know, still having discernment, but also, you know, having grace for someone's vantage point, meaning like they can only see so much of themselves from where they're looking. Yeah, but anyways, that's another whole topic for another day. But yeah, I guess just this question here, like, are you performing or are you expressing? And yeah, that's the thing. That's what I feel trips me up, or I allow it to trip me up. And I'm very fucking particular about this, like being really just conscious of what I'm saying. Like, it trips me up. I allow it to trip me up. It's so simple, bro. It's so simple, but I like to talk this way. It's like, bro, I allow it to trip me up. Let's not blame the thing. It's tripping me up. It's here, it's a pattern, but I'm choosing. And I feel like every time, like me saying that is, I know it's just a simple thing. It's like, okay, it's just a word. But I feel like with the more you have the habit of catching yourself and noticing the way that you're speaking, and like that can infuse the awareness of recognizing how much of a choice you actually have in the subtlest moments. It's like, yeah, like when I just said that, it's like each time I do that and I check it, I reframe it. And you know, you can do that internally with your mindset, but even as you speak, it's like I feel the reframing stuff. It's just the continual repatterning, and it's really fucking powerful, honestly, to really recognize how much choice we have, you know, and that we are choosing these things, we are choosing these behaviors. And I just continually want to choose to orient to expressing myself. Like, I don't want to put on a show, but I also am aware that I have that tendency, you know, we all do in various ways. And it ultimately just distills down to like, what is it? And I feel that it's an insecurity. Performance, I feel, it's just, we make it so simple. I feel like performing is literally just the hiding of a perceived insecurity. Like, truly, the more you perceive something as an insecurity and try to hide it away through putting on a mask of performance, then yeah, you just stifle connection from yourself, because you're suffocating yourself behind this mask, and you're also like blocking yourself, this mask, this wall in between you and your experience, the people that are you're in connection with, the environment, whatever it is. It's like when you put this mask on, you know, it's disconnection, it creates separation. Yeah, so I feel that performance just ultimately yeah, disconnects us farther and farther. And it's just a habit, you know, it's just a habit that I feel we've gotten so good at. And we're not trapped in it unless we allow ourselves to be trapped in it. Not to say that there's some like overnight pill that you're just gonna be like healed from it, you know, that you're just gonna stop it, which perhaps fucking might happen. Good for you. Fuck yeah, if that happens. But a lot of the times it's just that continual infusing awareness into the moments where you don't, because it's like it's a habit that's been happening for so long. So if it's been happening for so long, the reversal of it needs continual attention, just as the disconnection has had so much attention, the reconnection does. And yeah, so that's what I perceive it to be. And I feel that through things like exposure therapy, like this literally is exposure therapy for me. Like, this literally is. And look, at as I'm talking, I actually can do this. Like, I think that I need to keep doing these stream of consciousnesses, because that's what I did before I did a series of these. And I noticed that when I don't allow myself to make cuts and just express, then it starts to come with more ease. Because of all my other videos, I try to, like, you know, I guess make them a little bit shorter, because I have pauses and, like, you know, I take deep breaths sometimes, and just to make them a little bit easier and shorter. So I do that. But then when I'm filming, I have that understanding that I'm like, okay, I can edit this out. And then it's like interesting. It's like, as I'm talking about this, that it really feeds that mindset. It's like, I can edit this out. Not to say that, you know, it's wrong to have edit your videos. Like, if you can do it and still express yourself authentically, then fuck yeah. I just think for me right now, like when I film and I'm like, you're not editing, dude, this is your expression, like as it is, breaths all in the length that it is, then I feel it allows me to just be like, okay, I just gotta keep going, you know, and then I eventually can come to the space of like expressing myself in the way that I am. And I feel like right now, as I'm speaking, I feel like I'm expressing, like I'm not performing. And I feel that I can really sense that. I notice it. I know when I'm performing. And perhaps there's still spaces where I don't know when I'm performing. And yeah, I need to say that too, of course. Like, I'm like unraveling my human experience, and I don't ever want to yeah, say that I'm completely perfect, you know, because I'm sure there's another car going by. I'm sure there's spaces where, yeah, I still am blind to. I'm quite certain, and as time goes, things will be revealed. The more that I just fucking express, bro, fucking express. So yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna wrap this video up. I feel, I feel as I feel. How do I feel? Actually, let's pause. How do we feel? I feel free. When I actually can talk like this, I feel free. And I feel that I've been like editing the videos shorter to make them a little bit more digestible for people, to make them easier to consume. And honestly, I don't want to do that. I really don't. I think this series, like, I'm gonna make other videos too, of course, and like, I make like creative like videos and take clips, and there's gonna be editing involved. But like, when it comes to talking, I like conversations, and I think that this needs to be this way for me, at least for right now. It feels real for me and raw to do it this way. So yeah, I feel really good. I feel in my expression how I am. Yeah, I guess that's that. Thanks for watching. I feel so shy when I say that. Like, I feel weird, shy. What is shyness? A fear of expressing. I feel weird to say like, thanks for watching, but also thanks for watching. Genuinely, genuinely, genuinely. So I guess till next time. See, like I just did this. Like it's like the things, and it's like in this moment, like there, like I just noticed I'm like, I got shy, so I did this little thing, which can be cute. It's like we don't need to judge our tendencies to perform. There's no need to judge it, okay? It's an insecurity. It's already fucking feeling insecure. Judging it's not gonna help it, you know. But just noticing it and infusing awareness and recognizing it, like in that moment, I was like, okay, that was a little bit of a tendency, you know, that's coming from insecurity. Was it vicious? No, but it was as it was, and let's see it as it is. Let's be fucking honest, bro. Let's be fucking honest. That's the mission I'm on. Anyways, till next time.